Happy Monday. Recently, my mom sent me a bunch of my old stuff. My parents go through these phases where, and by phases I mean they're often where they just want to delete everything. They want to get rid of everything. Despite living in a very small condo myself, they want to send those to me. You know, I wish they would just keep a small corner of their crawl spaces in, you know, more of an actual home for things I treasure that I just want to not throw out. But alas, you either send them to me, I'm either going to throw them out and we're all going to be sad about it someday, or I'll lose them, or it'll just add to my pile of stuff. Nonetheless, in this pile of stuff, I got Pokemon cards. If you're out of the loop, Pokemon cards are selling for crazy money these days. People are, you know, it's the side effect of my generation getting older, having money, wanting to fulfill their childhood needs by like buying things that they never could have, like collecting cards and getting all that done. And so I'm like, oh boy, I'm not a big Pokemon guy. I don't really care. I'm just gonna sell these, whatever's in here. Digimon all the way down. There's some shiny Digimons in here. They all bring back so much memory. I used to stare at these for hours. Such cool art. But oddly enough, I don't know if I ever really even played. I never played. I never knew how any of it worked. I just thought it was cool. It was cool to look at. Cool numbers and stuff on there. But what I found was really funny about this is that on this side here, there is Pokemon. There's a Gengar sticker from 1999. Snorlax sticker, and all these Kid Cuisine stickers, which are from TV dinners, which explains why I guess I still like TV dinners. Like, I'll eat TV dinners, like Hungry Man's and stuff, like they're nothing. I enjoy them. People are like, you're wild, but you know, I'm not a fully formed adult. And in the back, I assume this is a Canadian thing. Jump rope for heart. It was where, like, you know, in hindsight, it's kind of a weird thing, but like you would go to, you know, there's equivalents in the US, I'm sure, but like they would show off in your school with like a jump team and they'd do cool trick and stuff, and like you'd be required assembly, and then you'd sign up and you'd sell people like to, you know, you go door to door and make them donate to Jump Rope for Heart for the Heart and Stroke Foundation. I mean, it's all good for a good cause, right? But it is just kind of strange, you know. It's like child labor, isn't it? You know, with the hopes of selling enough to get really cool prizes, and you'd get, you know, there were always junk. Right, you get a skipping rope. It's like the first one, it's like $5. You get a cool jump rope. I remember it's like, you know, electric blue with like red ends or something. Everyone had one of those skipping ropes. You know, basketballs, calculators. I remember, like, you know, $100 or more was like a fancy calculator or like a game system or something. But like no one ever reached the top. And anyone who did, it was all family. Your family just donated so you could get what you wanted. It was, you know, it was a whole thing. But I mean, it's still a great memory looking through these images and being like, man, I remember all these dudes like Agumon and Palmon and Birdramon. They were not very good at names, were they? Like Garbagemon, like they were not clever, dude. Yeah, made a TikTok open in this too, which is gonna be a big point of this video, and it's doing pretty well. It's funny, there's a video in Happy Monday not too long ago where, you know, I'm kind of ripping on TikTok. And, you know, for the most part, it's a lot of points I made still reign true. I give people credit because there's some people who like essentially were TikTokers on that video that were telling me, yeah, keep at it. You know, I'll add you and stuff. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Scree, who's actually helped me with some TikTok stuff, and he encouraged me to keep going. He's got a big bunch of followers. He's a cool guy. So Scree, if you watch this, thank you so much for encouraging me there and helping me with issues. But, you know, some of the things still hold true. I'm still like, I don't know if it's feeding me the wrong stuff. I'm telling you. I'm getting, you know, these like crazy anti-maskers, just like, yeah, a lot of stuff that I'm, you know, I'm still seeing a lot of like anti-female, just some, you know, like kind of homophobic, transphobic content that I'm like, I really don't want to see this stuff. It's especially prevalent right now because Ontario, I don't want to get too much into this. You know, Ontario is super locked down and it's a big mismanagement. I don't want to dive too deep into it, but it's like, it feels like everyone gets so radicalized into opinions about this kind of stuff. And it's like, you know, what are you going to do? Chill, you know? Like, look at the state of my hair, right? Like, if I don't have to wait a few more weeks to get another haircut, not going to make a difference. And my buddy messaged me. And he was like, man, this whole state of this stuff sucks, doesn't it? He's like, yeah, I just want to get out. I'm like, well, but if you asked me that question a few weeks ago or a few weeks from now, you know, my answer wouldn't change. I've personally been doing a really good job of being alone, right? Just fully alone in here and being very, very careful and barely leaving the house. And, you know, I understand not everybody has that privilege, but like, you know, for me, nothing has changed either way. And it sucks, but it's, you know, what are you gonna do? Let's keep it positive. Before I dive into my TikTok story, I recently helped launch a game. If you saw my quick video I made before called Drifters Loot the Galaxy, to very high praise. I am very, very excited about how much people are liking it. Like, people are addicted to the game. I'm finding myself, I'll be hopping on at weird times. Like, normally, you know, like, it's still, if it's a game you've been working with for like a year or more, right? Like, it's, if you also want to play then, there's something special there. And I can't stress enough how at high level, this game becomes a whole different game. We're making these groups of 4v4 and 5v5s, and we're queuing in, and like, the strategies are just bonkers. Like, we're finding where we go to jungle, and we're literally making call outs of how we efficiently jungle, level up our characters, and then go push the payload, and then maybe find a reason to back off jungle a little more. The team comps, it's got absolutely bananas, and it's really cool seeing some people really thrive with it. Some people get some amazing viewership numbers on Twitch, but it's still like, it's a smaller game, right? And we don't have like infinite budget. So that's gonna be the struggle now, is getting enough people to continue playing, because clearly it's good. People are loving it. Like, I'm surprised that really we're not having to be like responding to people being like, this game sucks, because that opinion doesn't really exist. Honestly, it isn't existing. People might get like rocked their first time playing because it's a really high skill gap, but people are liking it, and I'm so excited about that. It's so cool to see, to be a part of this project. So I'm very excited about that. I'll link again in the description. Drifters Loot the Galaxy, free to play on Steam. Join the Discord as well, because we like, you know, that's where really our hub, where we'll put out updates and we'll organize, you know, game sessions and stuff. But would appreciate you guys checking out if you haven't already. It's just so fun, and the Discord community is just really cool. Like, it's starting to get memey. I'm so happy. So I've been playing all weekend. It's been good. TikTok. I want to talk about my TikTok story, and I know maybe this is going to alienate some of you, but I don't care. You know, the reality is of at least where this channel is right now, you know, until Halo stuff comes out, it's I'm going to continue making stuff like this that I like, and like the feedback I'm getting on these videos is so, again, another thing that's very positive. Like, I love hearing from friends and long lost friends, and just people that are, you know, the messages you guys are sending in are just so wholesome. Like, in my career, I've never seen such wholesome messages, and it's you know, I'm not out here. My audience are people like me for the most part, right? Like, maybe you don't relate to that statement, but like, realistically, that's who I'm speaking to, right? Like, I'm kind of just sharing my thoughts on life, and you know, I've grown up with viewers, right? People who've stuck with me for a long time. Like, whether you're like my friend now, or like, you know, my like actual friend or online friend, or just like a longtime viewer, you know, we've grown up together, and it's cool to be able to just kind of nonchalantly chat. So TikTok, you know, I made a video, like, going back to it again, we're kind of jumping all over the place, but I'm not trashing a lot of aspects of TikTok, and I stand by some of those points still. Again, like, it seems to be fostering, and it could be because the new generation is more like that. I don't want to throw, you know, Gen Z under the bus, but again, there is certainly a pull back towards some kind of, in my opinion, regressive opinions about, you know, sexuality and stuff, and like, it's very strange. But I will give it credit. Its algorithm is fascinating. Its discoverability is unparalleled. YouTube, obviously, as is evident by any kind of view numbers I have, no matter how good content is I feel like the worst in the whole world right now for discoverability of all platforms. And I don't know how they're going to turn that around. That's why I do this show for different reasons. It's no longer about that. Like, I'm not here to make money off YouTube or anything. I'm just doing it to, you know, work the muscle out. But it's crazy, because you'll just have a random video on TikTok, as, you know, 15 seconds, that it just hits the algorithm for some reason, and suddenly you got hundreds of thousands of views. I got sent a Mortal Kombat package. If you haven't seen this video, I'm just honestly going to throw it on screen right now just to give you context for this whole thing. I just got a Mortal Kombat package from Warner Brothers. It has a knife. I'm not looking in. 11 of 15. There are only 15 of these. Get over here. Warner Brothers Pictures Canada invites you to use the dagger to smash your cake and finish the gift inside. Mortal Kombat movie is in theaters April 23rd. And streaming at home. It's like... Oh, it smells good. I'm afraid to tip it too much. Look at that. Should I just bite it? It's chocolate! It feels so wrong. Ah! Holy! Oh! Ah! What is it? It's so hard! Ah! I guess I'll eat it. There's more in the heart! Ha! Get open! Oh, it's got goo in it! Is this gooey chocolate? Delicious. So when the guy came to the door, he's like, everything inside this package, once you pull it out, it's edible. So people were like, oh, how'd you know? Like, what if that heart and stuff wasn't edible? I knew beforehand that was going in. I posted this video to TikTok, and it got 250,000 views. Essentially viral. And then it got pulled. I got a notification. It got taken down, a community violation for dangerous acts. Now, a lot of people in the comments were thinking that the knife was real. And in hindsight, I guess how I used it and just the angles and stuff, you could get knives that look like that, right? Like those dark knives. It's fully plastic. I can't stress that enough. It's a plastic knife. It's not even slightly sharp. But you can, there were points, when I was stabbing near my hand and stuff, people were like, oh, there was one comment oh, it doesn't cut his finger off. And so I guess maybe it got reported by some people. So it got thrown into the bin of okay, this is enough reports, it's pulled down or something. And I appealed it. I'm like, oh crap, I'm losing out on all this right now. This could have kick-started TikTok as a whole new channel for me. That's what I was excited about. There's something new to explore. I love that kind of stuff. I love a new platform to play with, no matter what kind of qualms I have with it. Less than 24 hours later, appeal denied, and I found out from Scree, who I mentioned before, that it's probably because you should declare weapons, either in text or in the video or something, that this knife is fake. So I was quite disheartened by that. I'm like, dude, overnight, just my phone was blowing up. It was very cool. And the comments and stuff, it was actually a great interaction with everybody. It was a really fun time. So I was like, let's try round 2. I re-uploaded it. I cut any stabby parts. So it's just the prying part, and then I set the knife down. And I also put a note that says, it's plastic, don't worry. So far, it's still up, and I'm very happy for that. It didn't get, it's less than half the views it has. It's at 100,000 views now, which is cool, so it worked. And I'm definitely pleased that I had a little bit at least of a comeback with that, and lesson learned. But it's interesting because people are like, what? It's who cares? It's a fake knife. But I like to remind people, though, that, A, it's a Chinese company. Values are different there, because, for instance, sexuality on this app is rampant. They seem to have a kind of almost a flip perspective where, sex good, violence bad. Where America, as the core of this, violence good, sex bad. You just look at Hollywood, and just look what kind of things are fetishized there, right? That it's that's just how it is, right? It's these Puritan values. So I always try to look at it and I encourage you to look at it through that lens, not oh, what are they doing? Well, different places of the world have different values. And I'm gonna be honest, I side with that thought more. That's at least how I am, right? Sexuality good, violence bad. Maybe we shouldn't fetishize violence as much. And sex it's fine. It doesn't matter, right? But anywho, I also posted this video about this Pokemon thing that seems to be doing pretty well. So maybe I'm a TikToker now. And that was rough to say. It's a platform I'm going to make use of, as well as Instagram, right? Usually when I'll make vertical videos for Instagram first. They always go up on Instagram first. That's still my primary platform. And then I'll also sometimes share those to TikTok. So it's just double down on the content. If that is my future, and I never do long form content again, I don't know if I would hate it. I think it's a fun avenue. It's new, it's different, it's fresh. People are into it. We'll see where things go. But that's my TikTok story, and it's been a fascinating journey. I've actually been getting so many comments. People are like, dude, I haven't watched you in forever. I used to watch you in Halo 5 days or whatever. I've seen people rediscovering me through TikTok. What the heck is going on, man? Last week, I asked you guys to send in your favorite signatures. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks. So let's check these out. Mogasaka Laka, he says, Cowboy Bebop protagonist Spike Spiegel. Is that his name? Oh, it's as the protagonist. I've never actually watched. I hear it's good. I can't. There's gonna be a phase in my life where I get into anime. It just hasn't happened yet. It doesn't click with me. Voiced by Steve Bloom, Phil Lamar, voicing Samurai Jack. The original Boba Fett, Ray Park, Kevin Conroy as the Batman. Look at all these signatures. This is clutch. Dr. Ake shows this. While it's not technically a signature, I like this. You're allowed to bend the rules on these. You know what I mean? Absolutely. If it technically fits, go for it. I just want stuff to talk about. It's fun seeing this stuff. So, Minnesota Twins baseball hat with Joe Mauer's number and signature embroidered. I'm assuming it's a hat you just wear a lot. Yeah, I think I see it like in your picture, right? So you're a hat guy. I'd say I get it. I don't get it because I'm not really a hat guy. Plus my hair's long and then I feel like I look better with a hat. When my hair's short, hats feel strange to me. Galactic Pilgrim, Darth Maul print by Mike Lorenzo Art. The Sith himself, Ray Park, another Ray Park signature. Cool. Wow Cringe got Almora's Overcast album signed. Never heard of this. Learned this artist through the gaming YouTube community called Play the Game. The first 500 physical purchases were signed. Very cool. That's so much more special. Swag. I've been trying to get Swag to submit to Happy Monday forever. I'm very glad he did. I'm just gonna give a huge shout out to Swag. If you guys don't follow Swag on Twitch, he's Swag TV on Twitch. I will also link him in the description because he is by far my favorite person to watch on Twitch. I'm not saying this because he's a friend, because he's a good friend of mine, but legitimately, I'm not usually a stream watcher. I'm gonna be honest. I'm more of like a YouTube, like a VOD kind of watcher. But whenever he's live, I stop what I'm doing and I tune in. I love watching Swag streams. Like, he's so chill. He's the kind of guy that will get destroyed in a game and laugh. He'll laugh about it. Like, it's just the best vibes, and I can't. Oh, I find myself laughing a ton. Like, he deserves to be massive. He deserves to be a full-time Twitch streamer. So please go give him a view. If you like anything that I've done and my vibes, this dude turns it up to 11. I know he's a big Cloud9 fan, so here he is. Back at PAX West 2014, this is upsetting because that is, I was there. It's a long time ago. He met some CSGO legends. Nothing, Sean Gares, Skadoodles. Little did he know in a year, he went on to Shoutcast tournaments. So cool. Sporty Kid, his favorite player retiring from the NFL. Edelman, nicknamed the Squirrel, he would always find a way to get it done. I like this. He's got a little story here. Best of luck, Squirrel, with whatever you end up doing, and thank you for proving you can accomplish anything you put the effort into. You're living up to your name, Sporty Kid. Tom the Toaster, his year 12. It's weird, year 12. We say grade 12 here, but of a guy called Bajo. He was a television presenter who was the host of a show called Good Game and Good Game Spawn Point. It was a show where they talked about video games and they did reviews on them. One year he came to my school for a book fair. I signed up to be one of his support people for the day, which I got. It was amazing to meet and talk to someone who meant so much to me as a child. He's such a nice guy too. That's so cool. I love that. Like it's so for me, it's interesting because I met in Canada, it was reviews on the run and those kind of shows. And to have now met almost all of those people and become friends with some of those people on those shows that I grew up watching is a really strange experience. I don't really get starstruck or anything over people, but like, initially when I met a lot of people, I'm like, dude, like you helped form me in weird ways that you wouldn't realize. And that's so cool. It's so cool to meet these people in real life. My signature. So this is weird. And I'm scared because I accidentally smudged a bit of it, but that's how it is. I have an Xbox 360 faceplate signed by Sum 41. Canadian band Sum 41. Strolling through the party like my name was El Nino. Hanging out, drinking in the back with El Camino. As a kid. Never knew me by name. Crushed my old house party cause nobody came. Well, no, I'm not the one that you knew back in high school. The story behind this was, I'm really upset about that smudge, so I just keep it in this bag now. But anywho, I got it for like 20 bucks less. Xbox Canada was doing like a for charity eBay thing. Like they were auctioning them off on eBay. It was this. Avril Lavigne had a thing signed, like a guitar. Billy Talent had something signed. I almost got Billy Talent. I'm really sad I didn't. Like, what? For whatever reason, Sum 41, I won. Like, I was like, I bid on a few of these, and I'm like, what? I got it for like 20 bucks. That's cool as heck. Well, it's so strange, though. Very obscure, but very cool. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to check out Drifters. Like, again, so cool. It's really received well. Go in ready to be sweaty. It's a lot of fun. Go check out Swag. Give him a follow. I love Swag. Follow me on TikTok, I guess, because I do TikTok now. It's an arch. It's a story arch of my character. Arc, story arc, not a story arch. As I'm editing this, I realized I never asked for a new Instagram thing. So this time around, I'd like to see your pet. Show me your pets. Show me your dogs. Show me your cats. Show me your ferrets. Use hashtag Happy Monday Pet. Post on Instagram. Tag me at Greenskull. See him next week. Thank you for watching. Happy Monday.